in the second half, and that's exactly what he did. Down to the 28-yard line. And no more for Alonzo Smith, 5'9", 225, redshirt sophomore from Riviera Beach, Florida. John, how about our impact players today?
Well, we're going to see 3 different guys for this Miami Redhawks offense, and Kenny Young is one of these guys. And last week he caught the game-winning touchdown pass. Very good out of the backfield, has this year 106 yards through the air, so he's a guy that can do it. Will Watson, last week he stepped up, made his first start for Bowling Green in over a year. And he was a big impact player. And you're going to see him on special teams, too. Last week, 5 tackles for him. Yeah,
he had over 100 yards in all-purpose last week. Kick returns and punt returns. Short pass, and that's going to be a first down for Miami. And they get that football out to Kenny Young. And you can see he's got some quicks. The 5'7", 196-pounder, redshirt sophomore from Tallahassee.
His ability to make people miss in space, that's why you want to get him the ball outside. Last week he made a nice catch, and he turned it up for a game-winning touchdown. A lot of excitement through the running backs for Miami Redhawks. They have a bunch of young guys that can play back there behind that quarterback.
From the 39-yard line. Fake the jet sweep and then hand it right up the middle, and that's Alonzo Smith. And Smith will take it down to the Falcon 49. So Miami on this initial drive, they are into BG territory.
Yeah, this offensive line, watch them work together. Those white shirts there, creating a hole up the middle. They've made some changes up on the offensive line. The 5 guys have seemed to stay together, but they've just found the right spots for him, and he doesn't need much of a space. Alonzo Smith is the leader on this team with 378 yards rushing this year, so he's a guy we'll see probably most today carrying the football, but Mo Thomas and Kenny Young will be his guys that spell him.
1st and 10 from the 49. Ragland again, and they'll keep it on the ground, trying to pop it to the corner, and a good job by the Falcons. They spread it out. Mo Thomas really did not get a chance to turn the corner. Thomas last week, 4 carries for 27 yards. That was his best game since rushing for 60 yards in the opener loss against Iowa.
Good penetration that time by Isaiah Lunsford, the defensive lineman, number 10 for this Bowling Green defense. He had a really good game last week, picked up his first sack, but had 7 tackles, was really involved. So they need him to have penetration today to try to disrupt this running game for Miami.
2nd down and 9 for Miami. Initial possession of the game. They keep this ball on the ground, take it up to the 44-yard line. So right now the offensive line doing a pretty good job. McGinnis on the carry for Miami. You mentioned the offensive line for Miami. One of the guys we're going to be keeping our eye on in there is number 67, Jordan Diamond. He's a grad transfer from Auburn. We didn't know if he was going to be able to play today. He started every game so far this season at the left guard spot. He's a little bit nicked up. We'll keep our eye on him. 3rd down now for Miami from the Falcon 44. They go with 2 wide receivers and a tight end. Ragland. And here comes the rush. And they've got him all the way back at the 49-yard line. That's Terrence Bush, the 5th-year senior from South Bend, coming from the defensive end spot to wrap him up.
And watch Terrence Bush right here. You've got a matchup of a running back. Watch, Alonzo Smith's trying to block him on the left side of his screen, and he just throws him out of the way. Terrence Bush, that's his first sack of the year. Last year he had 8 tackles for loss. I wrote down here on my chart, Dave, he's got to find the quarterback to be effective. He was able to do that on that series.
Here's a punt that will take a Miami roll and go out of bounds near the 11-yard line. Kyle Kramer, redshirt freshman from Glen Ellen, Illinois, taking care of those chores. So Miami moves the football a little bit. They get into Falcon territory, and the Bowling Green defense stiffens and forces a punt. And James Morgan, here he comes to lead out the offense for the first possession for Bowling Green from Green Bay. We've talked about it before. He loves Favre.
He certainly does.
So that can be good and it can be bad.
Well, he's got the arm like Favre. Let's start there.
That's a good way to look at it. 25 of 38, 335 yards last week, all career highs. First freshman in Falcon history to throw for 250 yards in 3 consecutive games to start a career. That is impressive. Fred Coppett. That's his first of many carries this afternoon, we anticipate. Ran the ball very well last week in a close loss to Toledo. 17 carries, 104 yards. On second down, Coppett again. Makes one man miss. And takes it up to the 28-yard line. And that's going to be a first down for the Falcons.
Nice play design that time. Bowling Green ran everybody across the field to the right, and they just had Fred Coppett delay coming out of the backfield wide open. Had no catches last week. As we take a look at the impact players, Scott Miller, of course, for Bowling Green. This guy has just been tremendous. Had 8 catches last week.
Quick shot, midfield and more. For Bowling Green, there goes Scott Miller, and he will take it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons. 72 yards on the pitch and catch.
Well, Dave, we were just describing impact players as he was making the catch.
Yeah, that's
and
the
you can see
definition.
why. Yeah, you could see him turn on the Jets that time, and that's why they love this guy here. Number 1 in receiving, 620 yards coming into this ball game. Watch, just a simple play, quick release, make one guy miss, and then just outrace people. Yes, he called him kind of surprisingly fast here as he just outruns this Redhawks defense into the end zone, and Scott Miller continues to produce.
72 yards. And he was untouched, right? I think. Kick is up, and the kick is good. I don't think anybody got a hand on Scott Miller. And he literally took it to the house the first time he touched the football. Yep. See you later. Falcons at home, lead early, 7-0. Like this isn't a normal occurrence. Last week against Toledo, 8 catches, 149 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He's 13th currently in FBS with 7 receiving touchdowns. He knows what I'm trying to say, and it's taken me a long time to get there, is that he knows how to get to the end zone.
Yeah, he knows how to get open. He knows how to make people miss. And he knows how to find, like you said, that end zone. 6.7 catches a ball game, and 1 right there to get him on the lead.
You know, you're a former college player. When something like that happens so early in the game, you know, sometimes you think, is this a hot guy? This could be a game he scores like 4 or 5 touchdowns. It's always possible.
Yeah, well, keep feeding him. You know, watch him on the sideline. You know, all these players nowadays say, keep feeding me, keep feeding me. That's one guy you want to right now.
And this will be another touchback as Thomas will take a knee. You know, one thing that we talked about with both coaches in our conference calls with them this week for Miami and Bowling Green, when you go back and you look at these teams in action, they don't look like 1-6 teams.
No.
They got a lot of enthusiasm. They got a lot of speed on defense, offensive weapons. It's just the little things.
Exactly, and that's what's going to win and lose ball games for you. Little things or make a huge difference, and both these coaches work on that. They've got great special teams too, so I think, as I said before, the team that doesn't make that mistake today and plays a little bit better defensively will probably come out on top, but maybe it's just 1 turnover.
Play action, Ragland throws, pass is caught up at the 48-yard line, back shoulder throw, and that was a beaut, as he was able to put that ball right on the money to James Garner.
Boy, Gardner is one of those guys leading this team, just 6'4". Watch Ragland here. He just takes his time. He knew his guy was well covered out there, but he gave him an opportunity to catch the football. I say it week in and week out as I watch these MAC quarterbacks. Give your guy a shot. If you're 6'4", give him a chance against a guy, Robert Jackson, who's 5'11".
Trying to keep that ball on the ground. And that was Alonzo Smith running into the waiting arms of Terrence Bush, the defensive end.
Now I'm looking at Gus Ragland, and he's moving around pretty good out there. We mentioned the knee surgery that he had back in April. able to fight his way back. You know, that knee surgery typically takes anywhere from 6 to 12 months to come back. Well, he's right on that 6-month mark, and they said he's ready to go. Kind of forced him into action. Was he going to be rusty last week? But what really surprised me is how he was able to run the football last week.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Ragland wants to throw again. And he's got a man behind the defense and could not make the connection. Running free for just a moment was Rakeem Williams, 5th-year senior from South Carolina. And there's that knee brace that John referenced just a moment ago on Ragland's leg. Well, he'd like to have this one back. He had Williams with a step down the right sideline.
This Miami Redhawk offense has some great receivers when you talk about size and speed. Rakeem not as big at 6'1", but still a pretty tall guy out there at the receiver's position. But he led this team last year with 543 receptions, so they're getting some experience out there, and now they're going to get the quarterback on the same page.
Empty set this time, 5 wide, tight end to the left. Ragland will throw deep again, in traffic. Incomplete. Nicely covered over there. Pass was broken up. The pass was intended for Sam Shizzo.
And that was Will Watson, the defensive back that we mentioned that could be an impact player today as well. Made his first start last week. Hadn't played since 2014, and you can see them with the arm there, that left arm kind of forcing the receiver outside. No call. I don't know if I like him standing over there in the face of the receiver, but he's an impact player, all right.
Kramer with another punt. Look at this one. This is going to roll all the way down to the 7-yard line. So his first 2 punts in this game this afternoon on the road down to inside the 20-yard line. That'll work. 8:54 to go. Opening period, Bowling Green. 72-yard race to the end. 7-0. Scott Miller, a 72-yard touchdown catch and run. James Morgan, last week against Toledo, 5 touchdowns. He's the reigning MAC East Offensive Player of the Week. He's a good-looking quarterback.
He is, and was really efficient last week with 65% completion percentage. But how good was he in the fourth quarter? 3 touchdown passes, 166 yards, and really ignited this offense and gave them a belief they could win that football game.
All right, John, let me ask you this. Neutral field, who wins the game between Western Michigan and Toledo?
Boy, that's a tough question. Right now, the way Western Michigan's playing, not turning the football over. If they do that, they can beat anybody, it seems.
I think you're right.
You know, 1 turnover so far this year, and first fumble last week that they gave up, and that's pretty amazing, more than halfway through the season.
Josh Cleveland, that's his first carry of the game. 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. Climbing the ladder for that one, and that's going to be Redding. T.O. Redding. I don't believe he has the first down.
Timeout for an injured player.
We've got an offensive lineman down for the Falcons. Nice catch.
Well, one thing Theo Redding can do, and this is the 3rd time I've seen him this year, is the ability to go up and make a play. And he's got great legs, great jumping ability, and it's not a good look at their starting center, Tim McAuliffe. Down there, one of the most experienced guys on this line. 33 straight starts coming into this game.
3rd-year starter, Remington watch list. We'll take a quick break here at Doyd Perry Stadium. Come right back. Bowling Green leads early on Miami, 7-0. Almost 7 catches per game, almost 90 yards a game. All-purpose yards, north of 130 yards. 8th in the MAC, 6.3 points per game. We talked about the fact that he's 14th in FBS with now 8 touchdown catches. Bowling Green trying to cross up that Miami defense with a little bit of a run and not really working that time as they were able to shut down Fred Kopic relatively easy. J.T. Jones, 6'3", 250, a 5th-year senior from Milledgeville, Georgia, makes the stop. Now here we go. Joseph Davidson's going to punt the ball. He's had the 2 longest punts in the country in each of the last 2 games. He's got 6 punts of 60 yards or more in the last month. It's his first attempt. High, short kick. And it is going to take a Falcon roll inside the 35-yard line and will be down at the 32. First team All-MAC last season. MAC Special Teamer of the Week. 79-yarder 2 weeks ago at Ohio and an 82-yard kick last week. This guy's a bomb thrower.
This guy can really let it go. Left-footed kicker, and look down after that, kind of gingerly moving. I wonder if he hurt himself last week in that Toledo ball game. He's now ranked 4th on this team, Dave, in rushing.
Yes, I saw that.
Fake punt, 24 yards last week that kept this team in the ball game, and he took off on that and was able to pick it up. 6'7", and boy, can he belt it with that foot.
Ragland swinging this one out to the wide side. And Jared Murphy couldn't control it, but like any good wide receiver, when in doubt, get on that football, because he didn't know if that was going to be a lateral or not. It goes as an incomplete pass. It's 2nd down and 10.
Well, you're getting an idea of what this Miami offense wants to do today is short passes, run the football, and then when they get that matchup on the outside, one-on-one, we've already seen Gus Ragland taking the chance to throw the football down the field. So not afraid to bring it down there, but good balance, and that's what Miami wanted to have coming into today.
That's Will Watson on the corner now out there. Ragland controls a low snap, fires into traffic. Tough catch made. Down to the 46-yard line. And that's Gardner. And it's easy to say, hey, he knows he's going to get hit. Yeah, try it yourself sometime.
Yeah, go across the middle. Watch this. He just, bam, stands him up there. He doesn't go down. Hit him right in the chest area, able to bounce out and tried to get a few yards, but a lot of orange shirts around there. But great contact, good concentration by Gardner to hold on to the football.
That was Jamari Bozeman, number 13. Unlucky 13 for Gardner anyway. Now flags are down. This is going to be
false start. Offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
All right, so that's a mark-off against Miami, and that was the tight end Ryan Smith, 82.
Well, these are the things that can't happen to this Miami offense. Mentioned some of the struggles they've had this year. I mean, the running backs, we've already seen 4 different guys in there today. The quarterback carousel that they've had.
Ragland, he really hides that ball well. And there was just no window to drop that ball in there to Gardner, and nearly got it in there anyway.
Yeah, well, they've had some success with that, and it looks like he wants a call on Robert Jackson for holding.
Pass interference. Defense, number 22. Ball be placed at this foul, 1st down.
He got it. There's Jackson, a sophomore from Washington, Maryland.
This is a matchup. I mean, they're not going to run by you here, but watch him. He's just got his hands over him the whole time, and you can see the official's flag coming out there, but not afraid to give the guy the football. That's another thing. You give the guy that's 6'4" a chance to jump up and catch it, and then you may get that pass interference call. So I like what Miami's doing with that one-on-one matchup outside.
Jackson's cousin, Cornell Green, played for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Ragland to the short side, and he will take it out of bounds up near the 40-yard line. See exactly where he stepped out. Going to rule him out at the 43.
Nice decision by Ragland that time. Had 14 rushes last week for 36 yards. His ability to keep a play alive that time. The rush coming up in his face. Watch it. You want to step up in the pocket. He thinks about doing it, but makes a nice move to the outside. And he's the guy that used to try to run guys over. With that knee injury now, the smart thing to do is get out of bounds.
2nd down now and 7. We turn under 6 minutes to go. Opening quarter. Miami's got the football. Bowling Green at home with a 7-0 lead. Ragland the pass again. And it depends on the spot, but it looks like this is going to be a 1st down. And Gardner is very active today.
Boy, I really love what they're doing with this offense right now. The defensive back for Bowling Green was off about 12 yards that time, so take what they give you. He just ran a 5-yard hitch, moved the chains, pick up the 1st down, and do it all over again. So far, they're looking out to one receiver to the near side of the field and giving Ragland an easy throw. If he's in his face, they'll throw a fade. If he's back off him, throw the hitch pass.
Gardner now with 3 catches already here in the opening quarter. And there he is at the top of your screen, 81.
And now he's got him in his face again, but he's got some help.
1st and 10. Flip that ball into the flat. And bounced out of bounds at the 21-yard line is going to be Kenny Young.
That's the second time we've seen Miami do that. Now they got that man-to-man coverage on the outside. When that cornerback was rolled up on the receiver, they ran him off and then took their back, put him out in the flat, and again was able to pick up 4 on that.
Now Ragland, as you might expect, well coached, went to Moeller. His high school numbers are just crazy good. We'll get into that in a sec. 2nd down and 7. Low snap, Ragland. Got a one-on-one matchup near the end zone. Incomplete is the call. And he was trying to get it to Gardner again. When Gus Ragland was a senior, he threw for 2,000 yards and 22 touchdowns, ran for 1,700 more and 30 more scores.
Yeah, he was a 3-star recruit coming out, and as I said at the top of the show, Chuck Martin, he was his first recruit. He wanted to build this program around him, and you can see why with those numbers that he had coming out of high school.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. The play is under further review.
All right, we'll take another look at it.
But they're going to see whether this was a catch or not. Again, a fight to the outside, but look what Bowling Green did. A little bit of a, wow. I think he's going to get that. It looked like to me his right foot was down, and we'll see. But Bowling Green switched it up. Look at number 8 out there. That's Will Watson we had talked about. The guy made his first start last week. Let's see, does that ball?
Let's wait for the foot. Oh, here you go. Ah, we got some tricks this week. How about that?
Well, the foot is clearly in. Now the question is, does he have possession?
Looks like he's got that ball.
And to me, he does. I think that's a catch, and I think the Red Hawks are going to be sitting there 1st and goal on the 1.
You know, could you use Odell as a verb? In that case, I think you could. That was quite the grab.
It was. Against a very good defender, too. Making that switch to the near side, knowing that they're trying to do this. Here's another look at it. Let's watch that right foot. Clearly, I think it comes down in play.
Man, let's watch that ball in his right arm.
Yep. I think he maintains possession, and that's going to be a 1st down Miami at the goal line.
That is a great catch. And not only that, he had Watson draped all over him.
Yeah. It's not like James Gardner's going to be that guy, that speed burner that's just going to run by you, but with that 6'4" ability and his body control to go up there and make plays, they're just taking chances with him. I love it. They did it last week and had some success with it.
So we're just hearing now that this call is going to be reversed, and Miami will have it 1st and goal.
After review, it was determined that the pass was completed at the 1-yard line. It'd be Miami's ball, 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Man, that was a great catch. Let's say it now. Hashtag SC Top 10. Okay?
Absolutely.
Mark the tape.
Yeah, that was a good job by the replay officials up here to maybe buzz down and let them know that that may have been a catchable ball right there.
First and goal at the 1-yard line. Tell you what, how about that Bowling Green defense? Very nicely done. Austin Valdez, 4th-year junior from Sylvania, number 1.
Boy, that's using your eyes right there. He could feel it. They knew that rush was coming that way, and you could see the big guard coming around Skabinski trying to find Valdez to be able to block him, but Valdez recognizes it, steps up in the hole, and makes the play.
Stopped Alonzo Smith. Miami has only 2 rushing touchdowns all year. Trying to get another one right here. And they do. Alonzo Smith spins in for the score.
Well, Dave, you mentioned it, just 2 rushing touchdowns coming into this season, and that's a number that stands out, really. Picking up their 3rd this time as Alonzo Smith fights his way in here. You could see penetration again by Isaiah Lunsford, but he knew how close he was. He was able to fight and get that just for the 3rd rushing touchdown from Miami, and boy, do they need that from their running backs.
Kick is up and good by Nick Dowd, and ties the game with 3:57 to go in our opening quarter. Here's another look at that touchdown by Alonzo Smith, 26.
Second, third, fourth effort to be able to get in there, and you see a lot of those offensive linemen. It means a lot for them to get rushing touchdowns, and to only be their 3rd on the year, you can see the excitement from the big guys up front.
I just had a feeling coming to the stadium today that despite the fact that both these teams are only 1-6, they've got a lot to play for in the MAC. And the storyline was here to have a very good game this afternoon.
Well, you think about it, you look at the numbers. Of course, 1-6 records on the year, but both of these teams with the win today, gives them an opportunity to stay in the MAC East. I mean, this race is pretty crazy. You got Akron and Ohio on top, both of those with 1 loss. So get a couple wins under your belt, you're still in this thing.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. Will Watson is back. Sam Sloman, 5'8", 212, a freshman from Roswell, Georgia, is set to kick off. Now, John, did you ever have to do this? Be the guy that had to hold the ball on the tee?
Yeah, and it was effective for us because if they want to put the slowest guy down there, that would have been me. So, yeah, I was pretty good at that.
Were you? Because I always thought that would go to the worst person on the special teams unit.
Well, I just wonder, he becomes the safety valve then. You want to make sure nobody gets by you.
I got it back here. We're all good. Boy, short kick. This is Watson pinballing his way up to the 28-yard line. Something tells me today we're going to see him in the open field with a better chance to return. That may have been Ronnie Moore. Was that 5 and not 8? Okay, so that was Ronnie Moore. Excuse me. My bad.
Yeah, seemed to be trying to keep the ball away from Will Watson. Mention him as a defensive back, also returns for this football team. Trying to keep it away from the most dangerous guy and get it in this guy's hands as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm. Coppett, second level and more, 40, 45, driven out of bounds, up at the 50-yard line. And just like that, that's a 22-yard gain for Fred Coppett, senior from Fort Lauderdale.
Coppett 7th all-time in this Bowling Green running the football. You can move up to number 6 if you get those kind of holes quickly, as nobody was even close to him that time as he was going through the line of scrimmage. And Coppett continues to play well for this team, but nice job up front.
Morgan avoided 1 tackle and slides down at the 41-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and a short 2.
Morgan, not a guy that likes to run the ball that often. Minus 29 yards on the year when you count sacks in there for Morgan, so big pickup for him.
Morgan Prelaw at Bowling Green. Coppett, and he is dropped from behind. So suddenly it's 4th down.
DeAndre Montgomery that time from his star position coming in there into the backfield. He's got 3.5 tackles for loss. Make it 4.5 now as he was able to penetrate that time and stop the running game.
Third down at 4. There's Montgomery. Coppett to the short side. Stumbles forward, is not at the marker. It's going to be 4th down and less than a yard.
Boy, it looked like he was going to have it here, and I think they should go for it. And they're quickly getting to the line of scrimmage.
And this is really going to depend on the spot. And they got a favorable spot. That occurred so quickly, you really didn't give us a chance to talk about it.
No.
Look at how many more times Bowling Green goes for it on 4th down than any other team in the nation.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It's unbelievable. They are now 20 of 31 on their 4th down attempts. And Mike Jinks was telling us earlier this week, that's something that he just picked up from high school and from Texas Tech. And that's another 1st down to the 29-yard line. So Scott Miller, that's his first catch since the touchdown. Inside of 2 minutes to go until the end of the quarter.
Now this Falcon offense, they call it Falcon fast. They've been able to slow it down a bit, give their defense an opportunity to regroup in football games, but they can really move it up tempo when they want to.
90 seconds on a moving clock. Pass is incomplete at the 22-yard line. Trying to get that ball to Redding. But John, sometimes Bowling Green goes a little bit too fast. They've got 20 turnovers as a team, including a Mac Worst 17 interceptions.
Yeah, take a look at the left side of the screen that time, and you could see Quick off the ball. Looked like he was offsides. Didn't get a call on that.
Logan Dietz stopped him anyway. Coppett to the 27. It's a windy, sunny afternoon here in Bowling Green.
You know, I've been watching these quarterbacks. Bowling Green, of course, has the wind direction right now as it's coming out of the northwest, so it's helping them, but it really hasn't seemed to hurt Miami on their side as Gus Ragland's been able to throw a few balls up in the air. So right now, I don't know if that's that big of a factor.
Inside a minute to play in the quarter. Here comes Morgan. He lets it go incomplete. So it will be 4th down. Bowling Green now 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversion attempts for Mike Jinks this afternoon. And looks like we're going to go for a field goal attempt here. Jake Suter, sophomore from Toledo. 3 of 5, 33 yards is long. This will be a 44-yard attempt, and it will come from the left hash. He got the good foot into that one. So he beats his previous best by 11 yards. And it's the difference now in a 10-7 game.
Now he had the wind behind him this time as he's able to boot it through, get 3 more on the board. And goes through. Watch the guy trying to make a catch after this. You got to be able to come up with this. Oh, you know his friends are giving him a little hard time.
They should.
I'd do it to you.
You would? Come on. I mean, you're a former professional athlete. I mean, I read about athletes in the magazines.
Oh, look, yeah. Yeah, his friends are giving him a hard time.
Oh, man. You know what, though? On all seriousness, that was a smart play to get that field goal attempt at this end of the field. Mm-hmm. Didn't want to be going into the wind, so they take advantage of it. And it's the difference now in a 10-7 game.
Well, another ball blowing off the tee here. That's the second time we've seen that, so maybe that wind is a little bit more of a factor down there. And
some of those throws from Gus Ragland have held up in the air. Maybe it's the wind that's holding those passes up, but I think it's worked out to Miami's favor.
High and short. Taken at the 6. Across the 20, but not much more for Mo Thomas. So we'll see how Miami decides to play this with just 35 seconds left in the quarter. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts. Scott Miller opened the scoring with a 72-yard touchdown catch and run. Then later in the first quarter, Alonzo Smith with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Jake Suter just a moment ago, a 43-yard field goal. 10-7. They get that motion started like you're going to see the jet sweep. And then they hand off the ball up the middle. And they've been doing that very effectively running the football today. McGinnis with another carry. We've got a Falcon defender down at the 26-yard line. '71st time these two teams have met. Miami leads the all-time series 42-23-5. Bowling Green has won 4 of the last 5. Falcons have won 4 of those games by an average score of 39-13, including a 37-12 victory in the last meeting here at Deutsch Perry in 2012. Good to see Terrence Bush up and on his way to the sidelines. It'll be 2nd down and 6 when play resumes.
That's a shot right there of Terrence Bush on the sidelines. They want him back. He's a guy that earned a scholarship last year, or this year actually, after August camp. Like Jake said, you know,
That's the end of
done
the
what
first
he needed
quarter.
to do to earn that thing, and they need him on this football field. He's a difference maker. Already we've seen him with 1 tackle for loss today.
Yep, played well. Come to the end of the opening quarter of play. Gus Ragland and the Miami offense head to the other end of the field. Bowling Green at home with a 10-7 lead after an opening quarter here at Deutsch Perry Stadium. Back in a moment. Miami at Bowling Green. And last week for Miami, rallying late at home against Kent State. Gus Ragland threw 2 touchdowns in the second half. And it turned out to be the difference for Miami. And here's the game winner with a minute to go. Kenny Young took that one 55 yards to the house. Ragland today, 6-9, 80 yards.
What was impressive last week is a couple of those throws with guys in his face, especially the touchdown pass to win the ball game.
Ragland, design quarterback keeper. That's going to be a 1st down, and he takes it out to the 35-yard line. Quick peek at the stats. Bowling Green with the edge in total yards. Yet to see a 3rd down conversion. We played relatively penalty-free football.
A lot of what we expected probably in that first quarter. You know, evenly matched team. I thought this was a great matchup coming into today. As we keep saying, I think the team that makes that mistake, turns the football over, could be the loser in this game.
Fake the jet sweep. Ragland rolling to the short side. Now throws. And they're going to call that a catch. Smith at the 43-yard line. Took a moment for the officials to get together. The fans don't like it. They got Smith with a grab here at, make it the 43.
Yeah, we'll see if we can take a look at this here. Watch and see if he gets his foot down. The officials had no idea, really. They kind of got together, talked about it.
ruling on the previous play is a completed pass. The play is under further review.
Closer look at it.
Now this was initially ruled a catch.
I don't know.
Man,
that's so close.
It's awfully close, and you really don't see any green between the foot and the sideline.
And I think what you said, the call on the field was a catch, so I think they have to let this stand. I don't know if there's enough evidence there to overturn that. That's pretty good body control by a tight end. Normally you see that from a wide receiver out there dancing around the sideline, but that's number 82, Ryan Smith, their big tight end, making that play.
Yeah, when he went into the air, you're thinking there's no way he's going to be able to get that toe down, but maybe he did. So this play is under review. Ryan Smith from River Forest, Illinois. Was he in? Or is there enough evidence to overturn this call? I think that might be the bigger question.
No, I think you can overturn it. I don't know if there's enough evidence to overturn it. So my guess, I don't know. They stay with it.
His granddad, John Latner, that's the granddad of Ryan Smith, the player in question, won the Heisman Trophy in 1953.
After review, the ruling on the field of a completed pass stands. Second down.
Okay. All right, so that play is going to stand. Smith gets the reception, so he gets another streak started. He had a streak of a catch in at least 5 straight games, and that was snapped when he went catchless last week against Kent State.
And that's surprising because he is really a big part of this offense, and he was last year, led the team with 5 touchdown receptions. So they like to use him, especially down in the goal line area.
2nd and 2. Ragland throwing that ball off his back foot. Looks like he threw that ball away.
And that's smart. He was being chased again by Lunsford. We mentioned a few times his name already. He's really starting to play better. When you talk about Schwederman and Lunsford, guys up front that last week really stepped up against the Toledo team, and their play continues, especially Lunsford. He stood out to me on that game film, watching that as he moved to the nose position a couple weeks ago, something that they moved him down and really have kind of turned his defense around a bit.
3rd down now, 3rd and 2. Ragland on another design keeper, slips a tackle, and that's the difference as he'll go up to the 48-yard line and pick up a first down.
You're right. That difference is his ability to be a physical runner. He said maybe not this year like last year because of the knee injury, but he gets hit here, fights off, gets through 2 tackles, and finally they get to him, but not before he picks up that first down.
Yeah, Austin Valdez had him dead to rights, and he was able to wiggle off the hook and pick up the first down, and the drive continues. 1st and 10 from the 48. And there goes Kenny Young. So Young weaves his way for 9, takes it down to the 43-yard line of BG. BG, the defense, let's be honest, it's a work in progress. In MAC competition, they've already allowed 14 touchdowns. That ties for the worst in the league with Northern Illinois and Central Michigan. And opposing MAC quarterbacks are completing 73% of their passes against this BG defense.
Yeah.
So the openings are there.
Team just has not been able to create turnovers like they did last year. 5 interceptions this year. They had 20 total last year.
Ragland throws incomplete. And we've got a flag down. This is going to be pass interference against the Falcons.
They're going to get number 8 again, Will Watson, with that matchup between him and Gardner. That's going to be a battle all day. We mentioned they brought him over to cover, and they spelled Robert Jackson.
Pass interference, defense, number 8. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, first down.
All right, Miami last week at home at Yager Stadium Getting late, Ragland throws to Kenny Young, and what a great cut up the field he made. Tight-roped it 55 yards for the score. He only caught one pass all day long, but it was a big one. 55 yards, the eventual game winner in their first conference win of the year against Kent. Ragland to throw. Gardner has all kinds of room right down the seam, and he takes it inside the 15-yard line to the 14. Miami's in the red zone with a first down.
Wow, this Miami offense have seen something on game film where they're just going to continue to work Gardner. If he can stay healthy throughout this game, he may get 15 catches today, the way they're trying to work him one-on-one on the outside. It's pretty simple what they're doing. If they get some zone coverage, they're either going to run a hitch with him to the outside, or they're going to try to get him on that quick slant like they did. If they play matchup man, they're going to send him up the sidelines.
I got Gardner with 5 catches here in the first half. Ragland, end zone. Oh, off the fingertips of Gardner. And he and Watson, they're going at it. And Watson doing a little talking down there, too.
And I think he's been warned, Will Watson, already. Down here again, nice throw. Give your guy an opportunity to make the play, but give a lot of credit to Will Watson for being there, breaking it up. Not afraid to tell the guy, no,
nope,
not this time. You got to be able to have a short memory when you're a defensive back. You get beat on one play, you got to be able to come back and play the next one.
Ragland 8 for 13, 106 yards. Play action. Slips it out, or tried to slip it out to Smith. There were a lot of orange jersey defenders in the frame. I don't know how much yardage he would have been able to gain. Probably did just as well to drop that ball.
For an injured player.
Gus Ragland, he had to get rid of that ball again in a hurry. As you see, Alonzo Smith, another running back for Bowling Green, on the turf right there. Looks like he's maybe pointing to his right hip area, but Brandon Harris that time had a beat on Gus Ragland, who was coming after him, had to get rid of it in a hurry.
So Smith is down. Smith had a 15-yard touchdown catch in the loss at Toledo last week. So Mack, 26, is up.
Yeah, that's my fault. I had the colors backwards there. I was saying Alonzo Smith. Mack down on that. But again, the rush for the defense that time is what actually forced Ragland to get rid of that ball in a hurry. Wanted more time for that thing to develop, wasn't able to do it.
All right, big third down here. 3rd down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Empty set. Thomas in motion. Ragland, quarterback keeper, and he'll get to the 10-yard line, and that's it. So the field goal team coming on now for Miami.
They had that jet sweep motion again. Look at Mo Thomas here. You give him the football, maybe he's got a chance, and Ragland not able to pick up the first down. You can see the frustration on Mo Thomas as he was on the outside there thinking, boy, if he gave it to me, I think I can beat him to the end zone.
So Dowd shoots it on through. And this game is tied at 10. Dowd with the game-tying field goal. 11:19 to go until halftime. We're all knotted up at Doak Perry Stadium. Conference at Doak Perry Stadium. This is one of my favorite venues in the MAC. I love the fact that you can drive by on I-75 and see this place.
Mm-hmm. Yep, came in last night. The lights were on.
You know it.
Oh, yeah.
You know it. A lot of tremendous football has been played in this facility. And they keep upgrading it. It really looks good. People coming off. And the improvements around here with the rest of the athletic facility, the basketball arena, the hockey arena, really looks good. High, short kick. Taken at the 2-yard line, across the 10, 20. Still on his feet, 30. Breaking it to the outside, this is Watson. It's a race to the corner. Watson, 30, 20. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Bowling Green. Got a flag down.
Way back at the 23-yard line. I thought I saw something yellow flying through the air here.
During the return, illegal block in the back, return team number 21.
Oh.
10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, let's see if we can pick it up.
Yeah, you could see that at the very top of the screen, just as they were starting to come together here. Watch the right side of your screen here.
It's 21.
Yep, right there. Because of all that and the extra work that Watson put in, that thing has to come all the way back. And special teams, the little mistakes, the little things, that block in the back right there. And boy, Watson, you know, you play defense all day and you're getting matched up one-on-one on the outside. You got a pass interference call. You want to make up something on special teams. You do your part, and then you get a block in the back. But maybe he doesn't go if he doesn't get the block in the back either.
That's right. And the other thing to think about is, you know, he didn't have anything to do with that penalty, but what a weapon.
Yes.
What a weapon. Went over 100 all-perp last year, or last week, and could be on his way for that today. Here's Morgan. Slips it out of the backfield. I think that's going to be an incomplete pass. But you should always get on that ball. Are they going to rule that a touchdown?
Safety, I believe, yeah.
Going on the field is a backward pass recovered by the offense in the end zone for a safety.
All right, we're going to have to take another look at this.
You know, the running back that time, I thought he initially thought, I better get on this ball, and then he didn't. I think it was Austin Gearing.
Well, you know what? That may be a good call.
Watch his initial reaction to this.
Because look where he releases the football.
Ruling on the field is a backward pass recovered in the end zone by the offense. The play is under further review.
Zach Smirchik, the defensive end, recognizes it. I thought he was in for the touchdown here, and then he gets the ball knocked away. Unfortunately for Bowling Green, they jump on top of it and only give up 2 instead of 6.
Now look where his feet are when he lets the ball go. Now he was clearly at the 2-yard line, and that ball comes in beyond the 1, but not at the 2.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Dave. I think this is going to stand.
Yeah.
But Bowling Green's fortunate here. They didn't give up 6, and they're only going to give up 2. Now they're going to have to give the football up, but Miami heads up play by Smirchik jumping on it.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. Safety.
Wow. So Miami, 10:53, second quarter, safety, and now they'll be the recipient of a free kick.
You know, I go back. I think you got a young quarterback out there as a redshirt freshman. Normally you have to have some patience. You got to know where that running back is. You can't afford to put him in that situation where you're throwing the ball behind that receiver coming out of the backfield. But you also have to be heads up if you're coming back there. Now, Ronnie Moore is a guy that's a wide receiver coming around. You know, he's not used to catching the ball out of the backfield that way. He was an inside slot guy that they've moved to the outside. Doesn't have as many catches this year, but really has been a pretty big team player. And that time, he recognized it just a little bit too late.
All right, now you have your choice here. You can either receive a kick or a punt. And in most cases, most teams punt. But it looks like Bowling Green is going to use a tee here at the 20. So Fields, the kickoff man, high, got up into that wind short. And so good field position now for Miami as they have the ball beyond their own 40-yard line, trying to build on this 12-10 lead with 10:49 to go in the first half. This is the first lead of the game for Miami.
Well, now they've got great field position and the wind behind them, and you could see that wind affected that kickoff that time right there. We were debating, do you punt that football when you have one of the top punters in the country? But also think back, last time he punted it, maybe he's a little sore.
Maybe.
I think maybe they were going to try to kick it low, keep it out of the wind, but that ball got up into pretty high into the wind.
Thomas in motion. He's the slot at the top. And he catches the football. Makes one move across the 45 up near the 48. That's going to be a pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Critical time of the game right now for Bowling Green. See how they'll handle this little bit of controversy here after that safety.
You had to look at Mo Thomas. He's a local guy out of Oxford, Ohio, and a guy they're glad to have back. He missed a few ball games. He's so fast. I think he is a big difference maker in that backfield.
And a procedure penalty is coming up against Miami.
False start, offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Second penalty of the first half against Smith.
And he's talking with the official about having his hand on the ground and pulling it off. End of the line there is a tight end. Not a guy that normally makes mistakes, so see what they're trying to.
Ragland throws, pass is caught. Gardner is upended, but not before he gets the first down. And it's going to be a 1st down at the Falcon 42.
Boy, the use of Gardner today. Just 3 catches last week. Moore had a couple drops.
Face mask. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
All right, so this drive has been helped along with 30 yards in personal foul penalties against Miami.
Great to see Ronnie Moore. You can see the face mask clearly right there. Great call. But Ronnie Moore has been a guy, as we said before, was a slot guy. They moved him outside. He's dropped a few balls, so nice to see him make a big catch for this team right there offensively.
Cleveland had a big head of steam as he hit the hole, but then was knocked to the ground after a gain of maybe 2. Second down and goal at the 7-yard line. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Fake, Morgan to the end zone. Over the shoulder catch attempt, no good. Miller nearly had another touchdown. And you know what's funny? You expect him to catch all those.
Yeah, you do. You saw him right there grab the football and he put it down by the back pylon. He said, that's where I want it. If you throw that to the back pylon, I got a chance to make a play right there as the ball bounces out. That's a very difficult catch, trying to make it over the shoulder, kind of a Willie Mays catch.
Tell you what, though, you think he's going to catch like 8 out of 10 of those.
He's got such great body control, you would think that he can come down with it every single time.
3rd and goal. Fake it to Copper to the end zone, wide open, touchdown Bowling Green. For Miami, it's a touchdown. Leonard Scatbo, the fullback. I tell you what, a great play fake.
You're right, Dave. This was perfect. It really fooled him. He was wide open. I thought he was handing the football off there, and you could see just delay out of the backfield, block. You have to have great patience, whether you're a tight end or a fullback when you're in a delay. He had the patience he needed and able to get the easy throw for the touchdown.
Extra point is up and good. And instead of heading back to the locker room down 2 scores, it's 19-17, and we still got 3 minutes plus to go here in the first half. Touch Falcons. It's a 2-point game. Capital One halftime report coming up. Hard times for teams like Notre Dame and Texas. We'll take a look at that. Around the MAC, we'll give you scores, first half highlights, and stats. So Scatabo, that's his first catch, and it was a touchdown. He says to Miller, did you see that? You see that? And he's saying to Scatabo, he's like, put a sock in it, dude. I do this every week.
You know, I know you got 8. I've got 1 now. I'm right on your tail.
Yeah, exactly. How'd you end up on my sheet? Well, it was a great play fake, wasn't it?
It was. He played it in the delay. Scatabo fooled everybody.
Scatabo. 2-point game. High short kick. Taken at the 19-yard line. Up to the 30, and that's where Miami will start 1st and 10. Well, McGinnis has been busy today, returning kicks and getting a little bit of action in the backfield as well. You know, now that Miami is starting to get healthy with their tailbacks, they've got some real options to choose from back there. We'll take a look at McGinnis and Alonzo Smith and Kenny Young. Mo Thomas playing today. Both teams with 3 timeouts.
This thing into the end zone to try to pick up any score here. And for Bowling Green and Mike Jenks, he's got his hands in his pocket here. He knows this is going to be a chore to even try to reach the end zone with this wind.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers here. A field goal attempt would be what, 53 yards, and you're not going to do that today. Line of scrimmage is the 35. Oh no, I'm sorry. Line of scrimmage is the 46. It's been a crazy couple of minutes.
It has. You know, we thought the half was over. That's where the ball was.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we got that penalty for a face mask, so it backs it up to the 46. So that's why I said I think they got one shot toward the end zone possibly, or maybe some type of screen and see what happens there. But I don't think you can even reach the end zone as a quarterback. I know.
How about a jet sweep pass?
There you go. Morgan's got a strong arm, but I don't know if he's got the ability to get it there.
Yeah, so the line of scrimmage for Bowling Green is the Miami 46. 1 second on the clock. 3rd and 21.
Miami with 4 guys deep on the goal line.
Morgan throws back across his body, incomplete, and now the half is over. Outside of a couple of rough patches, a pretty good half of football here this afternoon at Doyd Perry Stadium.
Not the best way to finish it, but pretty exciting for the first half.
Yeah, pretty good ball game. Miami at home leading, or rather, I'm sorry, Miami on the road leading at Bowling Green 19-17. Bowling Green still looking for their first win in MAC play. Third quarter about to get underway. Miami in their road white uniforms trimmed in the red. Bowling Green in their traditional orange tops with white pants today. Will Watson set to return this kick. Came back last week after missing the entire season to this point, and he has been a factor from the 5-yard line. And we'll take it up to the 20. So good job on the special teams unit for Miami. And here's an opportunity for the Falcons with a score here to retake the lead. Bowling Green has not led in this game since it was 10-7 late in the first quarter. Quarterback comparison. Both quarterbacks looking good so far. Ragland, 174 yards and a touchdown. Morgan, play action and a handoff. Breaks one tackle up to about the 25-yard line. It's going to be a 5-yard gainer on first down. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Fred Coppett. Coppett, that was his 6th carry on the game. I've got him unofficially at 38 yards on the afternoon.
Now they were looking at showing those numbers there on the quarterback. Both quarterbacks playing pretty efficiently, not turning the football over. You know, that close game coming into the second half, that's going to be the one thing that decides this. Who's going to turn the football over or make that mistake and give a short field to the other team?
So Coppett again on the carry. Bowling Green rushed for less than 50 yards in the first half, so Mike Jenks, he's a running back coach at Texas Tech. He's not going to be very happy about that.
No, he likes to run the football. You know, in 2014, they had 8 rushing touchdowns at Texas Tech. He comes in 2015, 34 rushing touchdowns, plus 26. I mean, get it down by the goal line. He's not afraid to try to stick it in running the ball.
3rd and 5. Pass knocked away at the very last minute. Harding comes up with a big play. So this Miami defense, which has really been improving in each of over the last 3 games in conference play, gets a 3-and-out to start the second half.
Heath Harding, a couple interceptions on the year, one of their best cover guys, able to get that right hand in there and knock that ball down. And emotionally right now, it seemed pretty flat, Bowling Green team coming out here along with these fans, and Miami can get a quick start here.
Davidson with a long kick. No fair catch. Taken back at the 30-yard line. So that is where Miami will start 1st and 10. You see Davidson 6 60-yard punts in the past 4 weeks. 2 of the longest punts in the country this year. 79-yarder 2 weeks ago in a losing effort at Ohio. An 82-yarder last week at the Glass Bowl against Toledo.
And that 82-yard punt, that came out of his own end zone.
Yep.
You know, most guys will rush to get it off. He made contact. You knew it was pretty good.
And so Miami wants to run the ball a little bit. And when I say a little, I mean a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Kenny Young on the carry. And we'll see how Miami handles the prosperity. Here they are on the road. Got a 2-point lead, 19-17.
It's all about, sorry, Dave, it's all about learning how to win. You know, this team's loaded with freshmen and sophomore. You're talking about 77% of this team is loaded freshman, sophomore. Got the first win last week. Can they build on it?
Beautiful blocking right up the middle, and there goes Kenny Young all the way to the 46-yard line. That's a 14-yard gainer.
Boy, for Miami, it looks a lot like it did to start this football game. I mean, they may be back-to-back plays what they started the game with, and they could be taking their script as they did in that first quarter and making it the same in the third.
So Young gets a breather, and Alonzo Smith comes back into the lineup for Miami. Kenny Young last week only touched the ball 1 time, but it was a 55-yard catch late to win the game at home against Kent State. Ragland throws. He threw into a crowd of people. And Gardner, who's really had a lot of injury problems in this game, looks to be down again.
Injury timeout.
Well, you could see the wrap on that left arm right there, and he's taking some abuse today because they're feeding him the football in that first half.
Gardner now 9 catches, 120 yards on the game. And Chuck Martin, the coach of Miami, thinking, James, get up.
You know, just when he gets his running backs back and, you know, he finds a quarterback, and now he's got everything together, and now you can see his wide receivers are the ones that are starting to get banged up a bit.
Need an injury timeout here at Deutsch Perry Stadium. 19-17, Miami's got the ball and the lead.
Aaron looked to be like they were reaching around toward his rib area.
Got tied up with Robert Jackson on the play that injured him most recently. I think you could see how he landed on that shoulder. He's had quite the day. 9 catches, 120 yards, 13.3 average per reception. But his availability for the second half now in question. 2nd down and 5 after that 5-yard pickup. Ragland with a handoff. And here comes Kenny Young again. And Young has, it just seems like he's got another gear that some of the other players don't.
You're right, Alonzo Smith is the workhorse on this football team. Kenny Young 2nd on the team coming in with rushes this year. And as far as yardage goes, 209 yards, but you're right. It's extra gear that he has to shift that time. And Bowling Green had a lot of guys at the line of scrimmage and nobody in the second layer, and Kenny Young got by them in a hurry.
So he picks up the first down, 1st and 10 at the 27. Ragland pitch to the short side. That goes to Young. And you got a hot horse, ride him. Young takes it down to the 19-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 4. 2nd down and 6. In Miami, you take a look at their stats for the season, that they have not been able to run the ball all year long.
No, they've been,
and suddenly in this game they're finding opportunities to do that.
Yeah, and I think it's because they have their whole stable of backs to work with. They've been so banged up with Mo Thomas out, Kenny Young out, Alonzo Smith now, everybody together, and they're all on the same page.
Down to the 15-yard line goes Alonzo Smith. I think also one of the big keys today for Miami, their offensive line.
Yes.
They're getting it done up front. They're creating the holes for Smith and Young and for Mo Thomas to jump through.
You know, you hear so many times that the run game sets up the pass. Well, maybe the pass game is also setting up the run here, too. The ability now with Gus Ragland in there to get some completions down the field, not turning the football over, has created a different environment for this offensive line.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Miami looking to build on a 2-point lead here. Ragland slips it out of the backfield. This is Smith inside the 5, still going to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown Miami. 15 yards.
Well, for Alonzo Smith and Gus Ragland, that's 2 weeks in a row. Touchdown pass to Alonzo Smith last week, and he finds him again out in the flat. This is what Gus Ragland does really well. Look at this throw, right on the money, right in stride. That gives him the ability to cut the ball up the field and find his way into the end zone for a second touchdown pass in 2 weeks.
Did a good job there, taking Austin Valdez into the end zone, dragging him along with him. Nick Dowd on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up and good. Makes it 26-17. 9-point lead matches Miami's largest of the game. So the Redhawks keep rolling here in the 3rd quarter. Bowling Green will try to answer when we come back to their lair, Deutsch Perry Stadium. Alonzo Smith from 15 yards out. Redhawks by 9.
Because we're known for our manners, they think we can't be unforgiving. Because we work out on the frozen tundra, they think we won't bring the heat.
The laundry. 26-17, Miami's got the lead.
Gotta love college
now
football.
Here you go. Now check this out. Obviously, Bowling Green does not want to kick the football to Watson, so they've got him hidden back there at the 5-yard line so he can break either way. Haven't seen that today. He is a weapon. Even though Bowling Green is down in this game by 9 right now, he's a game changer.
Yeah, I think they have to move up a bit. The way this wind is blowing, I'm noticing most of the kickoffs have landed about the 20-yard line. So we'll see if he can get a foot into this and kick them deep.
Sloman has not kicked one out of bounds all year long. When you get into that tricky area of directional kicks, you never know what's going to happen. From the 13-yard line all the way out to the 31. So that's a good return by Watson. 26-17, still tons of time. Just under 11 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. But a pattern has emerged here, where Ragland has been efficient at the quarterback spot for Miami. Miami's running game is clicking today.
And I think it's a pretty important drive here for Bowling Green. Miami able to come out and set the tone for the second half. It was a quick 3 and out for Bowling Green. They have to establish something here. The momentum clearly has swung over to Miami.
Fake it to Cleveland. Incomplete. Had an open receiver at the 45-yard line. That was Ronnie Moore. Moore, senior from Sanford, Florida, Seminole High School. 9th all-time in receiving yards at Bowling Green. Came into play today, 2nd on the team with 19 catches. Second down and 10. Morgan does a 360 spin and gets out of trouble. 30, 45, 40, and it depends on the spot. They're going to mark him out at the 38-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Well, Morgan knew where that first down marker was at the 40. You can watch him stick the ball out at the end thinking he was close, but they had him a couple yards short here. Good recognition, able to use his speed and keep it up. He knew he was getting caught here, had to get out of bounds, and I think that's a good call.
Makes it a much more manageable 3rd down play. 3rd and a long 2. That pass is tipped and nearly picked off. Oh my goodness, Montgomery nearly did it all. rushing off the corner, got his hands on the pass and nearly picked it off. What are you taking this for 6?
Yeah, well, I think so. No one was there to stop him as Montgomery out of the star position. I thought he was actually almost going to be offsides. He just timed it up perfectly where nobody was going to get to him, and that's his third pass breakup, and maybe one that, you're right, could have taken to the house for the touchdown.
Davidson into punt. He's going to be able to kick the ball with the wind here.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Well, the wind is blowing to the other end. And you've got this young guy who's had the longest punts in the nation in each of the last 2 weeks. Could be a combustible situation. Line drive kick. No fair catch. Taken at the 20-yard line. Really didn't get a great start off to that. Murphy on the return for Miami. So here's Miami up 26-17. 9.5 to go in the third. They've got the football. And they could put some space between themselves and Bowling Green with a touchdown march right here.
That man right there, Chuck Martin, knows it too. Talking to his offense, trying to get them fired up. He knows if they can put 6 or 7 on the board right here, that could take a pretty good sized lead, and his defense has been playing good enough to really kind of put the game away.
Yeah, they really have. Swing pass to the 33-yard line. Short gainer for Murphy. Now some of these other receivers are going to kind of have to pick up the slack because Gardner's not around.
Yeah, Gardner on the sideline with maybe a rib injury, something that's bothering, got some ice on it. So, yeah, did they get away from that short yardage, short side of the field pitch and catch game that they've been doing, whether it's a quick hitch or the long fade pattern, depending on the coverage of Bowling Green.
Got a good look at number 19, the outside linebacker, Brandon Harris for BG. Swing pass, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Kenny Young tried to run before he had control of the football.
Hey, wait a minute, you forgot something, right?
Yeah.
He took off early on that. You could see he wanted to get up the field.
I tell you what, that's a real crime for him for the kind of game he's having.
Yeah. Had that touchdown catch last week for the touchdown late in the ball game where he took it up the sideline. And let's see if he takes watch his head. You can only assume that his eyes started to move up the field.
So 3rd down and 8. Ragland throws. Pass is caught. And that's going to be Alonzo Smith. And that's a good 3rd down pickup for Miami.
Boy, Miami really loves to use their running backs, and they have over the past 2 weeks in the passing game. As Smith picks up enough for another 1st down, he's really become more involved week in and week out in the pass game. He only had 2 receptions coming in to this ball game. One of them was for a touchdown, and he's got another one today, and they're using him on the inside smartly.
Chuck Martin in Miami, they used a different starting quarterback in 3 consecutive games. Now getting back-to-back starts from Ragland today. Started the game against Kent State last week and got the call here on the road at Bowling Green. Out to the 46-yard line as we get ready to go under 8 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. You know, time really is not, excuse me, that big of a factor. But it will be if Miami punches in another touchdown here.
Yeah, Gus Ragland's a guy that had time last year with Billy Ball, the starting quarterback. Ragland would be the guy that would come in the red zone and try to give his quarterback a break, an opportunity for him to run the ball in the end zone.
We're trying to get a little action going off the right side of that offensive line. And Smith just ran into a stone wall.
Big 3rd down, I think, for Bowling Green's defense here. They need a stop to get off the field. 7:25 to go. They want the win here in this quarter. So
you got to get off the field defensively. Give your offense a chance to go down and score with the win.
Need the 47-yard line of the Falcons to keep this drive alive. Empty set for Ragland. Spinning, unable to catch up with the ball. Chizzo, who already has a touchdown catch today, was engaged, and that's good defensive pass coverage for Bowling Green, and Miami's going to have to punt.
And guess who was on that coverage again? Number 8, Will Watson. The guy we've mentioned so many times today, and now he's going to go back and try to run this punt back, but he has been the guy that has been all over these wide receivers for Miami today.
Whoa, low kick. It's going to go inside the 10-yard line and all the way down to the 8. (26-17). Miami's got the lead, but BG's got the ball back when we come back to Deutsch.
Because we're known for our manners, they think we can't be unforgiving. Because we work out on a frozen tundra, they
leads the offense out. 11-19, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. 72 yards the long today. That was an early touchdown pass to Scott Miller. And you know what? With the exception of that one touchdown pass, John, he's been pretty quiet today.
He has. You can see 187 yards. He had that big play outside of that. You're right. I mean, pretty quiet. They got to find a way to beat this Miami defense. Teams in the MAC haven't been able to do that over the past 3 weeks. So
as we came back in after that commercial break, we had James Gardner. And that's going to be incomplete up with the 15-yard line. Gardner has taken his pads off after having a big day for Miami. 9 receptions, 120 yards. He was banged up on a couple of occasions today, and we think he may be done for the day. Well, here's the thing. As an ex-player, you know this. Once your pads come off,
yes,
they rarely come back on. Very rarely come back on. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 8-yard line. Incomplete. And here come the flags. The pass was intended for Ronnie Moore. And this is going to go against Daniels.
Pass interference, defense, number 15. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So Daniels is whistled. He's a sophomore from Goose Creek, South Carolina.
It looked like maybe he had his left arm around his back there. Tough to see. Grabbing him with the left arm, turning him. I don't know if that's it or not, but I do know one thing, that the sideline for Bowling Green were going crazy there, and the official was right there. He almost was forced to throw the flag.
Daniels sealed the win over Kent State last week with an interception in the final minute. How about that? Jones delivered the blow, number 91. Man alive, and Keith Harding, his teammate, was rushing off the corner. He was in there too. Got there first.
Yeah, Harding was the one that got there first as he continues to come off. We've seen that now a few times that Miami's sending him. They're not sending him right at the snap either. It's almost like a little bit of a delay, and James Morgan is not recognizing him coming from his backside.
2nd down and 10. Morgan. Pass is caught. 1st down and more. Out to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 23. And Redding is hurt.
Injury timeout.
You could tell he was in distress the moment he hit the turf.
Yeah, watch the end of this. Did he get stomped on by a Miami player? Let's see. It looked like they were grabbing for the football. Everything's good here. He seemed to be okay here. And there.
Oh.
That's DeAndre Montgomery, the guy we've mentioned a couple times coming after the quarterback. Let's see at this angle if this is flagrant. He's on him right there, and then he steps on. Yeah, that's where it all happened. Boy, Mike Jinks is out there talking to the officials too. I don't know if he saw that or not, but I hope he's okay.
It's funny, we had the replay officials in our booth, 15 minutes before the kickoff today.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about replay officials looking for targeting.
Yeah. Watch 21 here. Steps right on it. Got to give him the benefit. It looked like he was trying to lift his leg up over it. It may have got caught up, but it's one that you just turn away saying, uh-oh, did I? Hope I didn't get caught.
To the 49-yard line of Miami. Here are the targeting rules. 15-yard personal foul and ejection when targeting of defenseless opponent with a forcible contact to the head or neck area, or targeting with a forcible hit by the crown of the helmet in any situation, or replay can overturn the call. Across the 45 of the Redhawks, and down near the 42-yard line goes Fred Coppett.
Well, you can look at targeting all you want from that standpoint. To me, that's an unsportsmanlike conduct. I mean, you just give him 15 yards and move on with it and give him his first warning.
Oh, nice double move. Across the 30 and down near the 28-yard line. Nothing wrong with that move. So Moore looked one way and then spun back the other way at 180 degrees.
Yeah, remember Ronnie Moore, we said it before, moved him to the outside, was a slot guy. He's getting more and more comfortable catching the ball coming across the middle. Used to be that guy from the inside. He's really comfortable when you throw him corner patterns. We saw him catch one of those earlier today, but a little bit more trouble going across the middle.
From the 28, here's Morgan. Again, touchdown Bowling Green. Second touchdown catch of the day for Scott Miller. This one covers 28 yards.
You can see Bowling Green fans there talking, saying, you know what, this kid is pretty good. Get the ball close to him. He's going to make the catch on it. And he seems to find the end zone often. His second touchdown today after having 3 last week.
Suter's extra point is up and good. Oh, he missed it. Missed it wide to the left. Nevertheless, Bowling Green right back in the game, 26-23.
Wow, what a great response by Bowling Green's offense to be able to take it down there and put that score up and really keep themselves in this ball game. I thought if they don't produce there and Miami goes down and scores with the defense, the way the Redhawks defense has been playing, that they may be out of this game.
Here's another look at that missed extra point. Pushed it just wide right.
Well, let's see if that comes back to haunt them there. Now it's a three-point game. Well, how about Scott Miller? Just finds a way in the end zone. How about that throw by James Morgan? That was right on the money.
Yeah, it was. From the goal line for Miami, Thomas. And he's dragged down at the 21. Sanford makes the stop on the special teams unit. So Miami had their chance. They had the ball, and a 9-point lead. Couldn't do anything with it. Miami got the ball back. They find Miller for the touchdown from 28 yards out. They missed the extra point, but now it's a one-score game, 26-23. Still plenty of time, 4:59 to go here in the third.
I'm interested to see what this Miami offense does now that they've had to change up their wide receiver, and that's just the guy, James Gardner, right there.
Check that big boot.
I don't know if that's Gardner with the boot or not. Can't tell, but if it is James Gardner being there, they're going to miss him.
Ragland, a designed run, and this time Bowling Green handles it. Brandon Harris comes up from his outside linebacking spot to make the stop. After a short gain of just a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Harris is from East Cleveland. Took a J.T. Barrett pass to the house. 63 yards in the season opener this year. Buckeyes tonight in Happy Valley to take on Penn State. Keeping that football on the ground up to the 24-yard line goes Kenny Young. Young, a much bigger part of the plan this week than last week. And we've got a defender down for Bowling Green at the 25-yard line.
Timeout for an injured player.
Isaiah Lunsford, the big nose tackle for Bowling Green. Seems like we say it, every guy that's on the ground, we say can't afford to lose him.
No.
You know, they're so thin, both sides, so young, so thin. Lunsford's not a guy, that they can move off of that line. He's been so impressive since they moved him to the nose tackle position.
Yep. He was a key reserve, and now he's in his 5th season starting. Big family. 4 brothers and 3 sisters. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the upcoming games for both these teams. We'll start with Miami at Eastern Michigan. Then November, Central Michigan at Buffalo and Ball State. Some winnable games in that stretch. And for Bowling Green, open November in DeKalb against NIU. They'll be at Akron on the 9th. Kent State and Buffalo round out the home schedule.
You look at those 2 schedules, and I think that's why these coaches believe this game is really, really important. You win this game today, you still feel like you have an opportunity. The ball bounces your way, a couple teams get knocked off, and you're still in this thing. So there is a lot to play for, even though you see those records at 1-6.
Yeah, you take a look at Miami's situation. Chuck Martin was telling us earlier this week, if it broke right, they could play this game against Bowling Green tonight, win it, and by the time they got home and off the bus, they'd be tied for first place in their division.
Exactly.
Incomplete. And Miami's going to have to punt the ball. And, John, I don't know how you feel about it right now. With 3.5 minutes to go in the third, I kind of see the momentum kind of swinging back and forth between these two teams.
There's no question about it. It clearly seemed like it was in Miami's direction as Bowling Green wasn't able to get anything established on their first possession coming out of the half.
Kramer on the punt. And good coverage as Watson could never really get going. But now Bowling Green's got the football back and a chance to tie or take the lead.
Well, Bowling Green seemed to open it up a little bit on offense last time. It's what I like what they did against Toledo. They stayed aggressive last week against them. Had a long pass to start the 4th quarter. It seemed like when they do get backed up and they need something, that this man, James Morgan's able to find his guys downfield. So let's see if they stay aggressive here.
And Morgan, now over 250 yards passing. He's done that for the 4th consecutive start. Takes it out to the 40-yard line on first down. And There you go. First freshman to throw for 250 plus in 4 consecutive games for Bowling Green.
He's really good when he gets the ball out of his hands in a hurry. Like right now, he plants.
Blitz going off the edge. Ball is loose. Miami says they have it. And they do. So they come up with a turnover. A.J. Burdine, the redshirt junior from Cincinnati. Ragland on the play action. And he is dragged down back to the 34-yard line. Schwedeman just took care of business. Second-year starter. Counting major. He made sure all of the other blockers were accounted of before he got the quarterback. Took him to the ground.
That's his 4th sack of the year. They call him the silent assassin. He's really had kind of a breakout year. He was a former walk-on player and one of the strongest guys on this football team. He fought through getting that big sack there to set Miami back.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14. Going to keep this ball on the ground. And across the 30 and down near the 27-yard line goes Alonzo Smith. And that was a tough run for Smith. You know, in the books, that's not going to look like much, but that could have easily have been a loss of a yard or 2.
Yeah, and the guy that had him was Trenton Green, the guy that normally doesn't let a guy go once he has him. As you can see, another player limping off. That's Austin Valdez, the number 1. The 2 tacklers is Trenton Green and Austin Valdez. Green not able to get him down, and now Valdez limping off the field.
Closing in on 90 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Empty backfield this time, 5 wide. Ragland fires, incomplete. He was looking for Williams at the 15-yard line.
Four down territory here for Miami as the offense staying on the field. Way too long of a field goal attempt into this wind here, and Chuck Martin's going to, looks like, go for it here. If not, at least use a timeout possibly.
Yep, 4th down coming up. 4th down and 6. By the way, that was Tavarius Wade who was on the coverage on that last pass. Really has not played very much, but he's in here in a key spot right now. 4th and 6. Yeah, they're going for it with 90 seconds to play. Ragland across the 20, and he's down to the 15-yard line and has it. Picks it up easily.
Wow, for Bowling Green that time, man-to-man coverage. Again, they played man-free. They had their free safety about 30 yards down the field, and because, watch this, nobody there. Once they blitzed their linebackers, nobody at the next level, and Ragland able to pick up the 1st down easily because defensive backs are staring at their wide receivers.
Chuck Martin and company, they pick up the 4th down. Ragland, quarterback keeper. Given forward progress down near the 13. May get one more snap here before the end of the quarter.
Well, I wonder if Chuck Martin's heart skips a beat every time that he sees Gus Ragland pull that ball in there and run it with that knee injury.
Oh, you know it. Inside of 30 seconds in the quarter. Play clock is down to 10. And they finally, on the jet sweep, handed the ball off. And Mo Thomas takes it down inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Miami.
Well, you've been asking for it, Dave. They finally give it to him. And a guy with great speed, and I like what they did. They gave it to him to the wide side of the field to allow Mo Thomas to use his quickness here to try to make people miss, and not easy to catch in the open field. He's one of the fastest players on this Miami team.
All right, we got 3 quarters in the books here at Deutsch Perry Stadium. Time to go to the 4th. Anybody's ball game. Miami has it first
the end of the 3rd
and
quarter.
goal inside the 5-yard line. Looking to build on a 26-23 lead on homestanding Bowling Green. looking to extend this lead. Miami has led by 9 on 2 occasions. They have never had a double-digit lead. We'll see what happens here. Gus Ragland at quarterback for Miami. Lonzo Smith breaks away from the formation. Ragland on the keeper. And he is stopped. In fact, he may have lost a yard back to the 4.
Now take a look at this. Gus Ragland's going to come right at you here as he goes to his right, trying to find a hole through that orange shirts and nowhere to go with the football. And well, I just don't know if I want to put my quarterback that's got a bum knee in that situation. Give it to one of those guys and let them run it up inside.
Power set. Stopped shy of the goal line again. Smith got a good push down to about the 2-yard line, and that's when his forward progress stopped. It's going to be 3rd down and goal.
Boy, I thought he had an opportunity to score here, yeah. You could see the big tight end, Ryan Smith, trying to lead up through. He almost was pushing him, saying, get out of my way. Go block somebody. Give me an opportunity to get up here. That hole filled pretty quickly with a bunch of orange shirts.
3rd down and goal at the 2-yard line. Again out of the gun. Ragland to throw back at the end zone. Touchdown Miami. Touchdown Ryan Smith.
What a great play design that time. They had Ryan Smith in the backfield. Usually you can see a tight end delay or something along those lines. This time they motioned him over, let him get set, and then acted like a decoy. Watch him come up through the line of scrimmage and then just release in an easy throw for the quarterback, and that's the way you use your tight end down in the goal line.
And this extra point is good. The flag is down. And for the moment, it's 33-23. Waiting on the call.
The result of the PAT is that it's good. Personal foul, illegal hands to the face, defense number 68. That penalty be assessed on the kickoff.
All right, so there you go. 10-point lead now for Miami. That is the largest lead for either team today.
Nice, easy throw for the quarterback that time, and a big target in Ryan Smith. We mentioned before, he led this team last year in touchdown catches with 5. Easy to find down there, and Ragland happy with himself and his team as they are able to go down and score.
So it wasn't the 17, 18-point cushion Miami had considered getting a few moments ago. But a 10-point lead on the road against Bowling Green, looking pretty good to the guys from Oxford right now.
Yeah, 33 points on the day. This is a team that's been averaging 17 points a ball game. So they are putting up some good numbers today, and I think a lot of credit has to go to Gus Ragland, a guy that's really leading this football team. Maybe not doing a whole lot of great things, but he's not making mistakes. He's putting his team in positions to win and in a position to win, and guys are coming through and playing for him.
Another opportunity for Will Watson here. And this kick will go out of the end zone for a touchback. So Bowling Green will start at their own 25-yard line. We had a sense that this was going to be an offensive type game. Bowling Green has been scoring more points as of late. Miami starting to get it together.
Red ball, unsportsmanlike. Kicking team number 37. 15-yard penalty from the end of the touchback, first down.
Those are not the kind of penalties that winning teams commit.
Exactly, and Chuck Martin will tell you that same thing. And just when they have Bowling Green pinned back in their territory going against the wind, they give them 15
That's
yards.
number 37's first unsportsmanlike of the game.
You can look him talking to himself right there, and you can understand why he's frustrated with it. They're fortunate that's the only one they've had so far.
Pass is caught at the 45-yard line. So for Bowling Green, that's Redding.
Boy, nice to see Theo Redding back after that injury where he was stepped on in the previous series. So he comes back and makes a big play.
Morgan, cop it, and takes it down to the 36-yard line.
And there's going to be another flag on this, and that looks like they're going to get it on Heath Harding. I think they're going to call him for face mask way down here at the bottom of the screen on the wide receiver coming off the line of scrimmage. They may get another 15 yards on top of this.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 29. 15-yard penalty, first down.
I think they're talking about number 24. That's Heath Harding. That may be down there. See if you can see. See that face mask right there? I thought that's where he grabbed him, and that's exactly where the flag went down at the time. So, but it's 15 yards for Bowling Green.
And here they are just outside the red zone at the 21. Morgan trying to set up the middle screen and really could not make the pass accurately for Moore. He had blockers in front.
He did, and that's one of the ones, that's where you give it on the quarterback. He's the guy that tackled him that time. That was a bad pass that should have been a situation. Sometimes it seems like he's got a little bit of happy feet back there at the quarterback. Stick your feet in the ground, give him a nice, easy throw, and he could pick up a touchdown there possibly.
Miami now with 91 yards in penalties. Bowling Green with 79. Morgan to throw again. And he slips the ball to Scott Miller, who's already got 2 touchdowns today for Bowling Green. Miller's in a perfect spot to get another touchdown catch right here.
Well, you start thinking about him if you're Miami's defense. When they don't break the huddle anymore, but if they did, you spot 21 and find out where he is. Right now, he's right in the center of field in the slot on the hash mark.
3rd down, 3rd and 4. Morgan, end zone, incomplete. The pressure on the passer caused him to be inaccurate and couldn't get the ball near Miller. And looks like the field goal unit's coming out.
Yeah, Miller was on the inside. He tried to run a deep corner route. That's not an easy throw for a quarterback from the far hash mark, especially into the wind. You can see how that ball just got caught up and came up way short.
Jake Suter will attempt the field goal. This will be a 32-yard attempt from the right hash. And he's got it straight through. So Bowling Green pulls back to within 7. Anybody's ball game. 12:33 to go, 4th quarter. Who wants it more? Bowling Green back to within a touchdown. 33-26.
Because we're known for our manners, they think we can't be unforgiving. Because we work out on a frozen tundra.
They run their wide receiver across the field and open up that area in man-to-man coverage, allowing their running back to take that pass up the sidelines.
2nd and short. Actually, the line to make is just inside the 41. So it'll be 2nd down and a short 2. And a 3rd down coming up here. So Murphy makes the catch, but can't move the sticks.
And Gus Ragland was mad at himself that time. He knew that was a low pass, but Jared Murphy able to come up with it. But because of the throw from Ragland, he wasn't able to pick up that first down.
Fake the jet sweep. And Kenny Young never really got started. Tried for something off the left side of the offensive line. Bowling Green shut it right down, and Miami's going to have to punt this football.
Really good job by Bowling Green's defense that time. Not giving Miami a chance to run it up the middle and move the chains, and now they're going to get the football again with an opportunity to tie this football game up.
Will Watson is back to receive this punt. Kramer, low snap. Oh, look at this thing. And that is going to go out of bounds. Not into the end zone. And at the 13. So good punt by Kyle Kramer. Looks like he'll probably hold his job for one more week.
Yeah. They just made that switch last week, and he had a huge punt last week into the wind late in the ball game that backed Kent State up. That allowed Miami's defense to stop them before they went into their game-winning drive. So that's 2 weeks in a row here in the fourth quarter that he's had a very impressive punt.
James Morgan, 19 of 31, 293 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's been sacked once. Morgan checks down. Coppett, and he is dumped out of bounds. Short gain, 2nd down and 8. Miami rushing 4, defending with 7. Pass is caught across the 21-yard line, up to the 22. And that's Miller on the catch. So Miller's starting to put some other stats up besides touchdowns. He's got 2 TD grabs today. One of 72 yards that led off the scoring back in the first quarter. 3rd and a yard. Miller again. He's sure-handed, that's for sure. Takes it to the 29-yard line. They move the chains.
And Bowling Green anticipating a blitz that time, and that's exactly what they got. And quickly, James Morgan got the ball out of his hand into Miller's hands enough to pick up the first down. Great anticipation of that blitz.
20 first downs on the day now for Bowling Green. Coppett makes one man miss and takes a hit up at the 38-yard line.
Number 28, Fred Coppett. And on the stop for Miami is number 91, J.G. Williams. Innovate on the 2nd and 2.
Well, you see,
The ball was fumbled forward and out of bounds. It'll be returned to the spot of the fumble. 2nd down.
we couldn't see that here. It was blocked by the player, so we weren't sure what would happen and why it was stopped. We thought maybe Coppett was injured. Ball comes out there, and you can see they're going to bring it back a yard.
2nd and 2. Morgan flush to the wide side. Lots of room to run. 1st down and more. 45, 47-yard line to gain a 10.
Boy, you can really tell James Morgan, that's not his first choice there, is to run the football. He wants to find somebody down the field, and there was so much green in that area. It was a good decision to tuck at that time and pick up as much as he can.
1st down's nearly even. Morgan looks to the other side. Pass is caught. Across the 35 to the 34-yard line of Miami.
Pudavong with the catch that time, number 89. That looked like they were actually trying to throw it to somebody to the inside. I don't know if he was in the right spot at the right time, but that's his first catch of the day.
Yep. Track star in high school. Morgan going for it all, and it's intercepted. Pass is intercepted by Montgomery, and he takes it across the 30-yard line and ducks out of bounds. So just when it looks like BG's going to tie this thing up or take the lead, Miami comes up with a big defensive play. DeAndre Montgomery with the interception at the goal line.
Wow, Montgomery, we've seen him in the backfield all day today. Now he's down the field making a huge play, and look at him go up with his hands and make a very athletic play on that. That's his third interception on the year. And James Morgan, he just let the wind affect that one. He threw that up in the air, and it was held up, and that allowed Montgomery to come underneath and make that play. Spectacular play.
8:31 to go, fourth quarter. Miami's got the ball in the lead. Trying to win for the second consecutive Saturday in the Mid-American Conference. Picked up their first league win, rallied to beat Kent State at home last week. Now they've got the lead, and it's getting late here at Bowling Green. Kenny Young on the carry. Across the 50 and more. Now it's a race. 20, 10, inside the 5. Need a signal. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
It was Kenny Young last week up the sidelines to get the game-winning score, and this time he's up on the opposite sideline trying to fight to stay in bounds here. Boy, great speed there by Martin trying to catch him as Will Watson able to run him down.
Watson saved a touchdown here. And it goes out of bounds officially at the 2. Alonzo Smith is directly behind Ragland. Smith. And he will not get in there.
Boy, this Miami team, you get them down inside the 5-yard line, they just struggle to seem to try to get rushing touchdowns. We mentioned had only 2 coming into this ball game, and Chuck Martin is trying to design everything he can with motion, putting guys in the backfield. Look at him shaking his head. He's trying to figure out some way to be able to get that rushing touchdown.
Ragland from the gun again. McGinnis, touchdown Miami. So Spencer McGinnis is in for a rushing touchdown. Just the 4th rushing touchdown of the year for Miami. 2nd, though, in this game at Bowling Green.
And this is McGinnis' first touchdown on the year as he follows his blockers up into the inside. As they got Grant Nemick in there. They've got everybody trying to lead block for these guys, and they've able to stick it in there and extend the lead.
Extra point kick is up and good. So with 7:23 left to go in the fourth quarter, largest lead of the afternoon enjoyed by Miami. Here on the road, heading down the sidelines, Kenny Young sets up the score. 40-30 to 26.
Because we're known for our manners, they think we can't be unforgiving. Because we work out on a frozen tundra, they think we won't bring
They're singling out the quarterback for the Miami Redhawks. Throwing touchdowns. Another TD, 22 of 35, 215 yards and 3 touchdowns. Rushed for almost 50 more. Congratulations to our Capital One Impact performer this afternoon, Gus Ragland, the quarterback of the Miami Redhawks. He was down there on the sidelines on the headset. Didn't look real happy. Like, these are the times you're supposed to be enjoying, right?
That's right. He should be happy. 40 points on the board. Hasn't turned the football over in his first 2 weeks as a starter, so he's been efficient with the football, taking care of it, and now leading his football team to possibly 2 victories.
Here's Watson trying to make a big play. Took that ball in the end zone, spun out to about the 18-yard line. Well, it's 40-26, 7:17 to go here in the fourth. You never know how many more possessions you're going to get. And it seems like every time we've counted BG out, they come storming back.
You're not kidding. And they're a team that can score pretty quickly. You look at Scott Miller, how effective he was early in the ball game. So they just got to find a way to break something open quick here so they can get the ball back in their hands.
And on a couple of occasions when the Falcons needed a little help, personal foul penalties gave them just that. In fact, they had 30 yards worth of penalties on their last touchdown possession. 7:17 to go, fourth quarter. Miami 40, Bowling Green 26. Both these teams came into play at 1-6. Falcons 0-3 in conference play, and Miami 1-2 after getting their first win the last week. There's an 11-yard gain. Move the chains. Scott Miller's got another catch. Miller unofficially 9 grabs, 163 yards, and has 2 touchdowns today.
And I got a feeling he's not done yet.
Yeah.
Still 7 minutes to go in this game.
Here's Morgan to throw again. And he found Miller again. So Miller's in double figures now with 10 catches today.
Miller's a very heady wide receiver. That time he was running an in route. He recognizes the coverage to the inside, and watch him. He sits there. He knows he's covered. He moves to the outside, makes himself open. That's a great look at a good athlete out there.
And another connection made, Morgan and Redding. So T.O. Redding.
Holding offense number 72. 10-yard penalty, second down.
That's going to go against Ben Stewart, the left guard. Redding's had a couple of nice games recently. Take that catch off the board. Went for 4 catches for 72 yards against Eastern Michigan a couple of weeks ago. Second down and 11. Morgan throwing on the run. Most coaches will tell you that's a dangerous thing to do. Montgomery's already got 1 big interception in this game and nearly had another right there.
Yeah, James Morgan's the type of guy that you want to keep in the pocket, or he's a guy that likes to stay in the pocket, doesn't like to throw on the run so much. That time I think he was a little bit quick to get out of the pocket, step up, shuffle to the left a little bit, and maybe give yourself some time that way.
3rd and 11. Morgan's going to crank this one deep. And flags are down. Trying to get to Scott Miller. Williams was back there. And we'll see if this is holding, whether it's pass interference.
Pass interference, defense number 39. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So tack on 15 here. And it'll be a first down.
This is so hard as a defensive back to watch the receiver. He wants to come back to the football, and all you're doing is we're standing there basically, and the receiver's trying to come back through you.
Result of the play was an interception. However, there was pass interference, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's Morgan to throw again. Incomplete. Budavong was the intended receiver.
2 deep coverage that time. They had a corner that was rolled up. They were trying to get that fade up there in between that safety and that cornerback that's rolled up. Not an easy throw. You got to find that spot and get it in there in a hurry. He had good speed on it, good velocity, but just overthrew it.
2nd down and 10. Intercepted at the 36-yard line. And that's T.J. Williams. Williams had a first quarter interception against Kent State last week. So that's 2 in as many games.
Yeah, he's playing much better now. 2 interceptions, 2 weeks, and that one has to go on. As you could see, T.O. Redding took a big hit after that. But James Morgan, again, he released that ball off of his back foot. Anytime you get that, you can see him kind of leaning back, and he really just tried to force that in there. And another nice play. Good recognition by T.J. Williams. As Redding is still on the ground.
It's been a tough day for Redding. Had his knee stomped on. Looks like he's trying to get up. 6:03 to go, 4th quarter. Miami, after the interception, they've got the football, and they've got their largest lead, 40-26. For a team that really didn't come in here with a resume of being able to run the ball effectively, they've run effectively enough, Sean, today. And now another flag is down.
Flag on the play.
Both these teams close it in on 100 yards in penalties.
Offside. Defense, number 93. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Well, you're right when you're talking about this Miami Redhawk offense running the football. I said earlier, I thought, you run the football and set up the pass. I think their passing game and what they did early really has set up the run. And having all these guys healthy again has made a huge difference, I think, for this offense.
1st down and 5 from the 43. Miami over 100 yards, and BG about to get there.
First charge timeout, Miami. 30-second timeout.
So Miami is going to burn a timeout here. You're looking at the rushing for the Redhawks. Young really got it done. 8 carries, 118 yards today. That's an average of almost 15 yards per touch. 62-yard long run for him today. Alonzo Smith, 11 carries, 35 yards. He's got a touchdown. Mo Thomas, 2 carries, 11 yards. McGinnis, 3 carries for 10 yards. They've been able to share the wealth.
Yeah, it's not like it took a long time to see all these backs either. I mean, it was 1st, 2nd series. They're moving guys in and out. I mean, everybody gets touches on this team. So if you're a running back, you play for Miami, you got to be ready to go.
Look at the total yards, though. How close it is. Miami with only a 4-yard edge, 419 to 415. Bowling Green has moved the ball at times today. They just don't have that much to show for it. Bowling Green only 61 rushing yards today.
They have really possessed the football, too, and that's something Miami does.
1st and 5. There's the handoff to Alonzo Smith. Smith really no gain on the play. Line of scrimmage continues to be the 43-yard line.
Miami held the football in 4 of their 7 games, more than their opponent. And coming into this 4th quarter, they had it for 30 minutes versus Bowling Green's 14. So they've really taken care of it, not turned it over, and put up more points than maybe they even thought that they were going to get against this Bowling Green defense today.
That was Nate Locke, number 27, backup middle linebacker for Bowling Green. 2nd and 5. McGinnis powers forward. And they're going to give him forward progress to the 47. He's going to need to get beyond the 48.
First timeout, Bowling Green. 30-second timeout.
So Bowling Green's going to burn a timeout here. Now Miami and BG both with 2 left.
Bowling Green deciding early here to use these timeouts, and they figure if they can't stop them here, then it's probably not going to have an opportunity to do it. So wise timeout here. Try to get this stop on third down here and maybe get the ball in their hands and see what they can do with little less than 5 to go.
Well, you're going to need 2 possessions, one way or the other. And that's why this third down attempt is so big for Miami. The fact that BG's burned one of their timeouts. Miami can basically put this game on ice if they can pick up a first down here. Need to get the ball to the 48-yard line.
This is a perfect time that you would think that Bowling Green's going to stack this line. If you wanted to send somebody down the field and possibly break this thing wide open, here's an opportunity to do it.
3rd and a yard. McGinnis splits out wide. Ragland. The ball is loose. Ragland was separated from the football, and BG's got it.
Well, the first mistake we've really seen out of Gus Ragland over the last 2 weeks is they just decide they're going to run him to the right side here. And you can see the ball clearly out here as it shoots out to the right. And Bowling Green's able to jump on it before it goes out of bounds. And now they've got great field position with still almost 5 minutes to go in this game.
The ruling on the field is that the ball was fumbled and recovered by the defense. The play is under further review.
So this is ruled a fumble and a recovery by Bowling Green.
When you're not used to running the football and you haven't been in game action for a while as a quarterback, you've got those rib protectors on, and you can see his rib protectors, and you hold that football against it, it's easily slides off. See it up against his right side there, and when you get tackled there, that
of a fumble recovered by the defense stands. First down, Bowling Green.
Just saying, a little bit more difficult when you're not used to contact like that, and that ball squirts out. And again, the first mistake I think Gus has made over the first 2 weeks he's played.
I think you're right. $14-point deficit. Falcons need 2 touchdowns. They've got 2 timeouts left. Morgan, nice one-handed catch at the 47-yard line of Miami. That's Fred Coppett. 27 of 43 for 360 yards now for Morgan. Morgan, pass is caught again, this time to Scott Miller to the 39-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and a yard.
And they're working quick, and the good thing about this offense is this is something they practice a lot, so it's not really something new to this team.
4 wide receivers, trips to the bottom. And they get the first down and more. Coppett spinning inside the red zone down to the 19-yard line. So that's a 20-yard gain. A flag is down, however, back at the 36.
Holding, offense number 74. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, 3rd down.
That's Lorenzo Taborn.
Taborn, you can see him at the right guard position. Had the player going down, kept his hands on him. He's a true freshman, just kind of forced him to the ground.
So take that first down off the board. It's suddenly 3rd down and 8 from the 46. Obviously 4-down territory for BG. Check down to his secondary receiver. And down to the 33-yard line goes Moore. So Moore gets the first down. They'll have to move the chains. Clock will start here in just a moment. 3:46. Bowling Green needs 2 touchdowns. They're down 14 points. Morgan to throw again. In traffic. And that's going to be ruled an interception. Reed with the interception for Miami. And that should just about do it. Tony Reed, the junior from Charlotte.
And his first interception of the year. He's the leading tackler on this football team, and you can see him back down around the 10-yard line, and he recognizes it. Again, that throw off the back foot just out in front of the receiver, and an easy interception for Tony Reed. And a huge play for this Miami Red Hawk defense, again, who step up and make a play when they need to late in the ball game.
Yeah, you mentioned Reed, leading tackler, but no interceptions until that pick. It's a huge one. 3.5 minutes to go. Now Miami's got the football back, and they've got the 14-point lead. This drive will start from the 14-yard line. Smith is dropped after a gain of maybe a yard.
And I expect Bowling Green to use a timeout probably after this play if they don't pick up a first down here.
Konowalski made the stop. Gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as we go under 3 minutes. Shizzo was in motion. And firing through, Alonzo Smith. Smith to the 23-yard line. Just shy of a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Second charge timeout, Bowling Green. 30-second timeout.
See Mike Jenks right there getting that quick timeout. Showing his team right here. They're still fighting me. There's got to be fighting this football team. You never know what can happen. We create some type of turnover here, score quickly, and maybe we're still in this game. So he's going to continue to fight and show his players that's what leadership does. Keep fighting.
Well, that's the way you learn.
Yep.
You keep playing.
Yeah.
You keep playing. But barring a massive turnaround, what we're looking at here is a 4th conference loss for Bowling Green. They're going to go to 0-4. Meanwhile, Miami showing a little bit of a spark here. 2-2 all of a sudden after the non-conference portion of their schedule. And Chuck Martin had it right. Told his team this week, he said, listen, you guys win this game against BG, we get a couple of things break our way, you never know what might happen late Saturday night.
They've been playing well enough to win ball games. They just haven't been able to do it. Now they're finding a way to win games and growing up a little bit.
It's going to depend on the spot. McGinnis hit the hole hard.
Timeout for a measurement.
Let's get some give some love to the chain gang. We haven't seen those guys today.
They're about the only group we haven't seen, right?
Yeah. Suppose that's true.
Yeah. Chuck Martin, he wants this time to just keep rolling here. Not happy with the officials. He thought he clearly had the first down. Had their game last week, too, and he got a call that was reversed, too, that he thought they had the first down, but he probably agreed after he saw the replay of it, but he wants this time to move.
All right, this is assuming that Miami wins this game. You know, Akron and Ohio at 2-1 in the conference. Miami 2-2. Kent 1-2. BG and Buffalo still winless in league play. Missed it by that much.
Third and final, charge timeout, Bowling Green.
He can challenge this, can't he?
He probably.
I think he can challenge if he wants to. But, that is one of the rarest calls that's overturned. A spot.
Well, the official was coming in. Of course, they come in from both sidelines. The official, it looked like on his side of the field, was giving him the first down. The official on Bowling Green's side did not. So let's see if we can see where he gets this to. Tough to see right there.
It really
Depends
is.
on where the whistle was blown too. But the official on Miami's side, it would have been very difficult for him to see where that ball was.
Punt team out there for Miami. Quick kick that out of there. That was smart. And that play was blown dead.
Please reset the game clock to 2:31. 2:31, please. Officials are not in play. Initiate the play. Fourth down.
All right, so it's fourth and less than a yard. 2:31 to go, fourth quarter. Miami leads Bowling Green 40-26. Miami about to win for the second consecutive week in the MAC. No attempt to block the punt. And the ball takes a minor BG bounce and will be down at the 39-yard line by Crabtree. So, Bowling Green, 2:23 to go, no timeouts. They need 2 touchdowns to tie.
And against the Miami defense that has been playing really well over the last 3-4 weeks, and a lot of confidence too. And so far they're just sitting back. They're letting all the completions they want underneath, and you throw the ball up the field a little bit. They've had some safeties sitting back there waiting to pick it off.
Morgan 29 of 46, 377 yards and a touchdown. Pass is caught. Out to the 49-yard line of Miami. It's a first down. 12-yard gain by Moore. And that's Moore's 5th catch of the game. I got him unofficially 5 catches for 81 yards. Try to keep the defense honest with a run. This will take us under 2 minutes to go. Coppett on the carry. Coppett today, 10 carries for 50 yards. Morgan to throw again. Incomplete. So it'll be third down and 9. BG with no timeouts left. Miami has 2 if they need them.
Miami just rushing 3. Sometimes they'll bring 4, but just 3 and dropping 8 into coverage. Really nowhere to go with the football.
And they've got him back there for the sack. J.T. Jones with the sack. 5th-year senior from Milledgeville. Never a doubt. Entered play today with 21.5 career sacks. Add to that total.
He was a guy that we highlighted at the top of this as an impact player. We've seen him in the backfield a couple times today, and he will find his way back there to the guy throwing the ball.
4th down and 17. Morgan rolling to the wide side. Still has the football. Hit as he throws. And that's going to fall to the turf, and the ball is going to go over on downs to Miami.
To this Miami defense again. You get that turnover late, you're going to give up a late score, but they were
adamant that's not going to happen, and they've done a really good job, as we've said many times already today and over the last few weeks, and they have held a team that can put some points on the board in Bowling Green, and really the big difference now is their offense is starting to score.
Yep, they really are starting to come together a little here near the end of the season. Victory formation. May snap the ball one more time. Quick run through the rest of the scores around the Mid-American Conference. Akron trails Ball State 10-7. Second quarter, 9.5 minutes to go. Northern Illinois 10, Buffalo nothing. Just started, 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Ohio leads Kent 14-10. Fourth quarter, 8.5 minutes to go. Western Michigan has scored early on Eastern Michigan. It's 7-0. 9 minutes to go. Just started in Kalamazoo. And it's a final now. Toledo has defeated Central Michigan 31-17. And the final seconds are coming off the clock here at Deutsch Perry Stadium, where Miami has defeated Bowling Green 40-26. John Gregory, pretty good ball game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it's a lot more scoring than I anticipated coming into this thing, and Miami's offense has really been ignited by Gus Ragland as he's come in here and really taken care of the football. Except for that fumble late in the game, this offense is really starting to shine for Miami, and for Bowling Green,